Hi, you guys. So I was asked to do the Teen Mom tag, even though I'm not exactly a teenager. But I thought it would be a great chance for all of you to get to know me a little bit more. So I'm just going to jump into it. The first question is, how old were you when you got pregnant? I'm 20 now, and I was 20 when I found out. What were your career plans before you got pregnant? Before I was pregnant, I wanted to be a special education teacher. And it says, what are your plans now? My plans are still the same. I still want to be a special education teacher. And I don't think your plans should stop just because you get pregnant. Being a teenager or not, I don't think you should really give up on what you want to do for the rest of your life. Are you with your baby's father? No, we aren't together. It is for the better, so it is not a bad thing that we're not together. Our son will not be loved any less just because we're not in a relationship together. Do you live with your parents? For now, I live with my parents because I need all the help I can get when it comes to taking care of a newborn. But I think after time goes by, I want to move out and be on my own because I don't think it's my parents' job to take care of me, my son. He's my son, so he should be my responsibility. What is the hardest part about being a teen mom for you besides financial struggles? Well, I'm not a teen mom, but nothing is hard as of yet. I'm still going to school, college, obviously, and I plan on continuing college throughout my pregnancy, and even once he's here, I plan on being a full-time student. So I don't have any struggles yet. Do you work? Not right now. I actually had a job as a childcare teacher, and I couldn't lift over 25 pounds through my pregnancy. And that's all my last job was lifting kids. So I had to put in my 2 weeks, unfortunately, but once he is here, I do plan on going back to work. How many friends do you have now compared to before? So many more. It's crazy. I've only lost one friend. She was actually my best friend at the time because she didn't agree with my situation. She didn't agree that I should have kept my son, and she wanted more of a best friend that would go out and party with her and get drunk and, all those things that most younger girls do. But that's not me, and that wasn't even me being not pregnant. I mean, when I wasn't pregnant, I still wasn't that way, so that's not me, and so I just figured, why have someone like that in my son's life, especially my life as well, so, yeah. Is your family closer because of your situation? We've always been extremely close. We have a really tight-knit family, so I wouldn't say closer because we're just as close as we were before. Do you wish you would have waited, or do you want other girls to be more careful? Both. Of course I wish I waited. This isn't what I wanted. I definitely wanted my own house. I wanted a career. I wanted to be able to pay each and every one of my bills. I wanted to be married, and it kind of went in the opposite order. But I'm not going to look down on my situation because I got pregnant. And of course, I want girls to be more careful. I did not expect this for myself right now. And I don't expect for you all to go out there and get pregnant either. I think that you should definitely wait. And I think you should wait until you're stable in your life to have a baby. And I know it seems so much fun to have a baby and have a little mini me and have someone that calls you mommy. I know it sounds awesome and great, but it really isn't all of that. It may be great that you have a little baby to look after you and someone looks up to you, but that's the problem, is that if you're not stable and you're not financially stable especially, what are you going to do if your parents stop helping you? You know what I mean? So you really have to look at the cost of having a baby. First of all, it's $10,000 the first year in raising a child, not including medical bills. It would involve paying your rent, your car, your phone bill, your extra utilities, your other bills, the baby's doctor bills, a whole bunch of other things. By doctor bills, I mean insurance, but then, of course, you still have your hospital bills and everything else and the doctor's bills. When you get your ultrasounds and everything else during pregnancy, you have all that. But I'm saying is, it's so much money to have a baby. And if you cannot pay for your baby, and if you can't even pay for yourself, trust me, you don't want to have a baby because you don't want to put that on your parents. You don't want to say, hey, I expect you to pay for me and now my son, or me and now my daughter. You don't want to put that on them because they're done. They raised you. They're not ready for you to have a baby. They're done raising their kids. They don't want to raise another kid. So I don't know. I just think you should wait. Do you think MTV's 16 and Pregnant or Teen Mom glorifies teen parenthood? Of course they do. They get paid on that show, okay? Yes, it glorifies it 100%. Obviously, they show their fights and their struggles and everything else, but I think, I don't know. I don't really want to answer that question because I don't want to start drama on it. Name one misconception people have on most teen moms. I think a lot of people think that just because you're a teen mom, you're not going to be a good mother. I think that being a teen mom, people think that you're going to get all your money from the government. I've heard so many different labels on teen moms, and I think it's very unfair because I think a teen mom is just as great of a mom as someone that's in their 30s or 40s. How has your body changed from pregnancy? Can't tell now because I'm covering, but my boobs are huge. That's the only thing that's changed my whole pregnancy. Obviously, my stomach's showing and my stomach's getting bigger, but I'm not huge anymore but my boobs. I've gone up about 5 or 6 cup sizes, and I'm only halfway through my pregnancy. Yikes. Do you plan to have more children, and when? See, after becoming pregnant, I thought I want one and done. Before, I wanted 2. I think it just depends on the situation. I don't want another baby until I'm in a stable relationship and married, until I have a huge house for my kids to roam around in, until I have my career and I'm financially stable all by myself without any help from anyone else. Yes, then maybe I'll consider having another baby, but until then, I don't think so. And that goes for my husband too. I expect him to have a job and be done with school and have everything else settled too, not just me. So I think it's on both of our parts. So whenever I settle down, of course, we'll have the talk of when would be an appropriate time. And I will take every precaution not to get pregnant. I'm not kidding. I will not raise more than 1 child at a time, especially not being married. I mean, of course, this happened this one time, but I would never let it happen again. What is one thing you wish you would have known before you got pregnant? I think I knew everything before I got pregnant. I mean, my best friend has a daughter, and she just turned 1. And I saw everything firsthand with her pregnancy and everything she went through. So I knew most everything. I knew what was going to happen. I knew my consequences of having sex, and you just never think it's going to be you. In your head, you say, this happens. Oh, I'm not going to get pregnant. It's never going to be me. I can't have kids. There's no way. It's never going to happen to me. I just never thought I would be that girl to get pregnant. I never thought it would happen to me. I just thought I just couldn't have kids. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just thought I was exempt. And I'm not exempt because obviously I'm pregnant now. But I just think that you should take precautions. Please do not see my videos and think, oh, I want to be a mom now. This is not what I'm trying to portray. It's great. I mean, I can't wait for my son to be here. But I don't think it's what you should want for yourself at a young age. Especially the girls out there that are 13 or 14 and plan on having babies and they get pregnant with their boyfriends and think that they're going to stay around forever. They think it's going to be some huge happy ending. That's not real life. And I don't think a lot of girls really think about that before they start to get sexually active and get pregnant. And more power to the girls that have multiple kids at my age. I don't know how you do it. I think girls, there is one girl that is amazing for having multiple children at my age, and that is Gabe and Jess. Because, well, Jess, obviously, but I think what she does is amazing. I think she is a great mother. I think that her getting pregnant and having multiple babies is fine in her situation. Because she has, I don't know how to say this. She has her life in order, and she has Drake, and they are financially stable, and they have a great house and a loving family, and they have everything that they need to have more kids, and that is amazing. But I think other girls that aren't exactly in that situation and just keep getting pregnant by themselves without a father and relying on their parents and everything else for money, I think that's a different situation. But girls like her that are young, I think, get judged a lot for wanting more than 1 child at her age because of how young she is. But the thing is she's an incredible mom. And she really, really knows how to take care of those kids. And they are completely stable. And just why not? They can have kids. They can have multiple kids. And afford them all, why not? You know what I mean? And they're in a great position and a great relationship, so I think that's great. I've seen a few more moms like that as well along the way on YouTube and everything, and I think that's great. But I think not everyone falls under that category. I mean, I wouldn't say on a YouTube basis, but I've seen people in public especially that I'm kind of in my head thinking, what are you doing? You have multiple kids. You couldn't be older than 17, 18 years old, and you're still living with your mom. So I've seen that firsthand too of girls I've met, and I just think that isn't fair for your children. I think that you should be able to provide everything for your children, and I think that you should provide them with a whole bunch of love and everything else, and you should be financially stable, and you should not have a child or multiple children if you cannot afford them. That's just my standpoint. So I'm sorry if that offends anyone, or if any of my questions or answers offend anyone, but that's just how it is, and it's my opinion and what I think. So please request videos, comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.